you could be a special boxer, but don't really have like the IQ and I ain't gonna say IQ, but like the boxing knowledge. As I say boxing knowledge.
Yeah.
In my brain, how I look at him, like he's a talented, special fighter who got like God-given abilities.
Gervonta Davis has reacted to Floyd Mayweather, predicting Shakur Stevenson to beat him in their potential bout. Davis, known for his fierce confidence and knockout power, did not shy away from addressing Mayweather's remarks.
Some of your 135 contemporaries have a lot to say these days. Shakur Stevenson, well, of course, he's now 135 after all that stuff, and then Devin Haney.
Right, so why people even talk like he the best at, he didn't even fight at 135 yet.
Right.
He didn't even have power at 126, 30, or none of that.
He is good.
Okay. How can you, all that's just okay. How can you stop people that can actually hit? No matter all that boxing, you gonna get hit. What you gonna do when you get hit?
Davis acknowledged Mayweather's expertise and contributions to boxing, but he firmly disagreed with the prediction. He expressed his belief in his own abilities and stated that he is prepared to prove Mayweather wrong. Davis emphasized that he respects Stevenson as a fighter, recognizing his skills and potential, but made it clear that he is focused on securing a victory. In his response, Davis highlighted his training regimen and the hard work he has put into preparing for the fight. He mentioned the improvements he has made under his current training team and expressed confidence that these enhancements will be evident in the ring. Davis also pointed to his impressive track record, including his previous victories and knockouts, as evidence of his capability to handle high-stakes fights.
What, when I saw him?
Yeah, because he said you
Matter
never
of
heard
fact,
him and nothing like that.
He was scared to even get in the ring with me. And he talked about he stopped somebody before me, right?
Yeah.
I mean, one of my guys. No, he didn't.
Huh?
No, he did touch him up.
Yeah,
but he didn't stop him. He didn't stop him. He's a liar.
Despite Mayweather's prediction, Davis assured his fans that he is not deterred and remains highly motivated. He stated that he thrives under pressure and is ready to showcase his talent and determination in the bout against Stevenson. Davis also hinted at having a strategic game plan in place to counter Stevenson's style, suggesting that he is meticulously preparing for every possible scenario. Stevenson increasingly envisions the potential of Tank to elevate his career, drawing parallels to how Errol Spence Jr. catalyzed Terence Crawford's path. Despite prolonged trash talk and stalled negotiations, Spence and Crawford finally clashed last July, with Crawford delivering a spectacular 9th-round TKO, silencing doubters and affirming his stature. Stevenson thinks a fight with Tank will boost his personal notoriety and solidify his status as a boxer. He said, "I definitely want to go down as one of the greats, and I want to be in everyone's top 5 for sure. Top 3, top 5. For example, with like Bud Crawford, like his situation, I feel like he's been one of the best, been one of the greatest boxers to do it, but he just had the opportunity and needed the opportunity to show it. And I think with Errol Spence, he was the right guy to be there to show how great he truly was." Stevenson and Davis have both insisted on wanting to battle one another. Stevenson added, "I think with me all it takes is the right fight and the right person." And when pressed to offer who that right person is, Stevenson didn't hesitate at all. He said, "Tank, I think me and Tank is the fight. I think everybody thinks that I can't do it, so I love that part about it." Meanwhile, Ryan Garcia delivered a harsh reality check to Shakur Stevenson on social media, seizing the opportunity to criticize him following Stevenson's controversial victory over Artem Harutyunyan last weekend at the Prudential Center in Newark. In an effort to provide Stevenson a means to lessen the blow to his ego that the criticism of his lackluster victory is causing him, he proposed that Shakur microdose on shrooms. Garcia put Shakur under a microscope, telling him on X that everyone knows you are terrified in the ring. You fight like a scared man. That's Ryan being a classic Howard Cosell and telling it like it is. And Shakur most likely doesn't want to hear that. Shakur, the WBC lightweight champion, has responded angrily to his numerous detractors on social media in an attempt to justify his performance. Shakur claimed victory through a 12-round unanimous decision, yet it fell short of the dazzling performance required to attract major promoters in the free agent market. Yearning for a knockout, Shakur lacked the necessary power and hesitated to unleash a relentless barrage of punches when Harutyunyan appeared vulnerable in the 9th round. Shakur foolishly thinks that by working with a different promoter, he would get the matches he has has been clamoring, namely against Vasily Lomachenko and Gervonta Davis. Wherever Shakur ends up, whether it's PBC or Matchroom, they won't be able to promise him bouts against Tank or Lomachenko. Moreover, it's unlikely that Shakur will receive an offer exceeding or even equaling the $15 million 5-fight contract Top Rank proposed for his re-signing, which he declined. Eddie Hearn from Matchroom declared that he wouldn't match the financial offers Shakur received from Bob Arum at Top Rank. Unless Hearn has a change of heart, Shakur might have to abandon hopes of signing with Matchroom. Even if he does, the deal might not be enticing enough without assurances of securing bouts against Tank and Lomachenko. Matchroom doesn't have many viable options for Shakur Stevenson apart from Andy Cruz, Regis Prograis, Liam Perro, Jack Catterall, and Richardson Hitchens. Most of these fighters could potentially outmatch Shakur, prompting him to consider moving up to the 140-pound division to face any of them. However, these matchups may not generate substantial pay-per-view revenue in the United States. Shakur said, "I see all of these fighters getting opportunity after opportunity. It's just so hard to make a big fight happen. A lot of that I do blame on my promoter. They could have done a lot more to make these big fights happen. I was built the right way, and I appreciate them for that. But at the end, we could have tried harder to make big fights instead of always finding excuses. The vision should be a lot bigger." The three-division champion Stevenson was wearing a t-shirt that sent a clear message to Bob Arum, the head of Top Rank, who was not present. The front of Stevenson's shirt featured a picture of Arum with IBF lightweight champion Vasily Lomachenko, with the caption, "Bob is saving his son from this whooping." A battle that might have defined his career was never offered to Stevenson, who is about to enter free agency. However, there was a contract. Stevenson claimed to have rejected a $15 million 5-fight contract from Top Rank. "Yeah, it's not chump change," Stevenson said in an interview that aired on ESPN immediately before his win against Haratunian. He added, "But I know my worth and I know who I am now. I understand my value from when I first signed with them to now. It's a lot higher. It wouldn't be hard to get the big fights if I'd committed back to signing with Top Rank. The fights didn't happen because I didn't re-sign with Top Rank." During his post-fight press conference, Stevenson delved into the elusive matchups he's been chasing, specifically targeting bouts with Lomachenko and Gervonta Davis, both now on the brink of facing each other. Stevenson said, "Tell Lomachenko to fight me. Wouldn't that be a fun fight? Someone who is coming in there trying to fight and trying to win? He's technically good. There are a lot of people out there who are probably like, Lomachenko can beat Stevenson. He couldn't stop Haratunian. Why not make the fight? Lomachenko doesn't want to fight." Moreover, Stevenson gave Tank a straightforward message. He said, "Get ready. I want to fight guys that are trying to fight me and have stuff to lose just like me, and not guys that come here and just want to be a part of the show. But I'm just telling it like it is. I can't force these fights to happen if these guys don't want to fight me." Stevenson is unsure about what comes next as well, because he hasn't ruled out going back to Top Rank. He said, "I don't know what I'm willing to do. I have to sit at the table and find out," said Stevenson. "I am ready to get back in the ring as soon as possible." Stevenson declared his performance a C+ and ended his bout against Haratunian without any cuts. He said, "He was a tough fighter. You can't take nothing away from him. If an okay fighter knows how to survive and that's their objective, sometimes it's hard to get them out of there. These guys come to survive, and their objective is to make sure they make it 12 rounds. I did what I could to entertain the fans. I let my hands go at times and put some punishment on him at times. That dude was just making sure he stayed on his feet." Despite his aspirations, Stevenson expressed frustration towards Top Rank for not securing him the fight he felt he deserved. In a bold move, Sugar Stevenson directed a pointed message towards Lomachenko and Bob Arum after his victorious performance yesterday. Stevenson attributed his departure from Top Rank to his promoter's failure to arrange bouts with top lightweight boxers, denying him a shot at unifying titles like the WBC belt he holds and Loma's IBF belt. Despite the potential for a unification bout, Arum chose not to make it happen, prompting Stevenson to convey a clear message on his post-victory t-shirt. His mocking comments about Arum and Lomachenko, however, have not been well received by boxing fans, many of whom feel that the WBC lightweight champion is overestimating both his market value and his abilities in the ring. Sugar maintained his flawless 22-0 record by defeating Artem Haratunian, a German Olympic medalist. Despite his impressive winning streak, fans continue to criticize him for avoiding bouts against well-known boxers such as Gervonta Davis or Devin Haney.
I want to be in everybody's top 5 for sure. Top 3, top 5. Like his situation, I feel like he been one of the best, been one of the greatest boxers to do it, but he just had the opportunity and needed the opportunity to show it. And I think with Errol Spence, he was the right guy to be there to show how great he truly was. And I think with me,
In May 2023, Vasyl Lomachenko went head-to-head with Devin Haney in a fiercely contested match. The bout was tightly contested, showcasing the best from both fighters. Ultimately, Haney emerged victorious, though numerous fans argued that Lomachenko had been unjustly denied the victory. Despite his formidable skills in the ring, Stevenson has yet to attain the same level of acclaim as his peers in the division. Initially, a rising star who captivated the boxing world, he now faces a crucial juncture where securing a major bout and a significant victory is imperative to sustain his standing in the sport. Despite Shakur Stevenson experiencing a decline in popularity due to his defensive fighting style, a bout against Lomachenko could have been a lucrative spectacle. It was poised to become a standout event of the year, offering Stevenson a significant opportunity to showcase his skills in the lightweight division by potentially defeating a top-tier opponent.
All it takes is the right fight and the right person.
What do you think that fight's gonna be for you at 135?
Tank. I think me and Tank is the fight, and I think everybody think that I can't do it, so I love that part about it.
In the recent bout, Stevenson demonstrated his distinctive footwork and defensive prowess, skillfully targeting his opponent's body throughout the match. Despite never appearing threatened, his performance left many fans feeling less than enthralled, echoing sentiments from his previous fight against Edwin de los Santos. The WBC lightweight world champion claims he is prepared to face any opponent, but no man has yet to make him appear vulnerable. Hall of Fame fighter turned analyst Tim Bradley expressed his desire to see Stevenson step it up while he was in control in an interview with Fight Hype. He said, "For market value, entertainment value, of course you want him to stop him. That's what people like to see. He could have. He missed his opportunity, and he didn't turn it up. He got to start cutting off the ring a lot better, and he got to start putting combinations together." Bradley further added, "Shakur's defensive-minded. He doesn't want to take no punches. At the end of the day, as long as Shakur's comfortable with it, bro, he's comfortable. He's winning." In the eagerly anticipated matchup that every fan craves, Shakur versus WBA champion Gervonta Davis, Bradley asserted that Tank stands alone as the formidable contender capable of challenging the 27-year-old sensation from Newark. Bradley said, "The only guy that I think can give Shakur a run for his money is Tank, because his IQ is right there with him, and he got that power. That one-punch power to end the fight. Shakur ain't never been hit, but if he catches him, it could be it. But Shakur is going to make sure that's not going to happen. That's the concentration he has." Meanwhile, Davis made a strong comeback with a decisive early stoppage victory over Frank Martin, marking his return to the ring over a year after his knockout win against Ryan Garcia. After his triumph on June 15th, discussions have swirled around a potential clash between Tank Davis and IBF champion Vasyl Lomachenko. Should their bout come to fruition, many anticipate the Baltimore native extending his victorious streak against the 36-year-old Olympic gold medalist. This could pave the way for Gervonta Davis to advance further in his quest for unified titles. Therefore, this move could see him aiming to seize Shakur Stevenson's WBC title. Yet, a lingering question persists among fans. Does the Newark-born southpaw possess the skill to become the first to defeat Tank? According to Tim Bradley, he appears confident that Stevenson can achieve this task with considerable ease. The dialogue began as a reporter queried Timothy Bradley about his advice for Shakur Stevenson before his bout with Artem Harutyunyan. The former world champion responded with a straightforward denial. "Shakur doesn't need me to give him any wisdom. Shakur that guy, man, and call it whatever you want to call it. He ain't gonna be with Top Rank whatever y'all want to say. You know you hate this. Not he don't need me to say what he needs to do," said the Desert Storm. Shakur Stevenson confidently assesses his path forward, having meticulously studied Tank Davis. His ambition, to reign supreme in the 135-pound division of boxing. Post-July 6, he plans to recalibrate, returning revitalized to demonstrate his true potential to the world. "Trust me, he will know he has that in his dog. He's cut from a different cloth," said Bradley. Another reporter asked, "Is he the one to beat? He's the one to beat Tank, do you think?" Bradley promptly responded, Yeah. Giggles erupted from the background. That was probably funny to a reporter or bystander, but the former two-division champion was simply agitated by it. He said, "Call me hate. I don't give a damn. Yeah, you keep coming at me. Keep bringing that hate. Keep bringing that hate, baby. I love it. Keep bringing it." Yes, he beats Tank. He outboxes him very easily. No problem whatsoever. Shakur Stevenson engaged in a conversation with Jeff Zimmerman of Fight Hype, confidently envisioning a bout with Tank Davis, akin to a contemporary Roberto Duran versus a Sugar Ray Leonard showdown, rather than the Tommy Hearns versus a Sugar Ray Leonard matchup suggested by Zimmerman. Stevenson expressed strong conviction in his ability to emerge emerge victorious against the Baltimore native. He said, "But I'm 100% sure that I'm win, so we'll see once the day line up." A showdown between Sugar and Gervonta Davis is the ultimate clash on every fan's radar. For Sugar, this fight marks a pivotal opportunity to establish his place among the elite. Even if he falls to Davis, history shows that fighters who challenge Tank often catapult to greater heights afterward. Should fortune not favor him in this pivotal bout, there's always the option to step up a weight class and carve out a legacy with even larger paychecks.
If there's a gun in your head, when are we gonna see the Shakur Tanks, the Shakur Devin, the Devin Tanks?
There's only one fight that is really
The one?
that. Like, if we were like gonna be for real about it, like,
Keep it on.
What's
like,
the fight?
my opinion,
Yeah.
because we talking about like skill and like boxing, like all around boxing, right?
Yeah.
Because we ain't talking about somebody that just got a good jab or what.
Yeah.
We talking about like all around.
Can do everything.
Yeah, boxing.
Yeah.
Me and Tank the biggest fight.
That's the one.
It's the biggest fight in the world.
With both fighters commanding significant respect in today's boxing scene, the clash between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson seems inevitable. Davis, recognized as a prominent figure in the sport, holds a formidable position, but Stevenson, a skilled southpaw hailing from Newark, stands as a lightweight champion in his own right. Despite the logical appeal of a unification bout, Davis has expressed some hesitation about the prospect. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis continued his reign with another impressive title defense. Stevenson recently spoke with acclaimed boxing journalist Kevin Isle, where discussions naturally gravitated towards Tank's bold remarks following the Frank Martin Fight's press conference. The winner of the 2007 Nat Fleischer Award and the reigning WBC lightweight champion recently delved into the preparation for his upcoming title defense. They discussed the scrutiny he faced following his bout with Edwin de los Santos, particularly focusing on how his agile defensive tactics became a topic of widespread discussion. The painful thing, though, was that a lot of people mistook it for running rather than the deft boxing techniques of a renowned defensive fighter. Apparently, Gervonta Davis was one of them. During the post-fight conference of the latest match, when asked to share his opinion on the potential lineup with Stevenson, Davis replied, "You know how it would go. Everybody in this room knows how it would go." He then acknowledged that it would be beneficial for the sport if they got into a fight. Kevin Isle emphasized his deep admiration for Shakur Stevenson, suggesting he would prioritize him over others in pound-for-pound rankings. Curious about Gervonta Davis's perspective, he sought to understand Stevenson's rival viewpoint. He said, "Gervonta Davis was the one that said it. It wasn't me as a boxing writer or some other fan or other boxing writer, so that's one of your peers, do you think?" Shakur Stevenson fired back, claiming that Tank might have spoken in that way because he was rather casual. He's a casual, though. Like Tank is a casual. We gotta be honest, when we look at him and really understand, said the lightweight champion to Kevin Isle. Stevenson elaborated that Davis's failure to recognize such observations could be attributed to his limited understanding of boxing rather than indicating a low boxing IQ. During the discussion, he illustrated with a specific case, the Isaac Cruz versus Rolando Romero fight. Gervonta Davis had publicly predicted Romero's victory, drawing on his past experiences fighting both men. His confidence in Romero stemmed from the latter's perceived power advantage, asserting confidently that Rolando Romero would secure a knockout victory over Pitbull Cruz. Shakur Stevenson highlighted, nonetheless, that these viewpoints have to be recognized for what they are, only informal beliefs. He said, "That's a casual opinion. Like you really think about it's a casual opinion." He pointed out that anyone deeply entrenched in boxing would understand that Isaac Cruz wouldn't have let Rolly Romero off the hook so easily. It wasn't a trick question or hard to pick for the trained eye. So that's how thoughts and casual conversation, like a Gervonta Davis brain, good fighter, but he's a casual, so yeah, of course he's gonna say what the casual says. He reads the tweets and listens to the casual fans and casual, he closed. After Stevenson's recent bout, could Tank Davis step up to challenge for Stevenson's WBC belt? Yet the real challenge looms. Can Davis navigate the ring against such a cunning and skilled opponent? Stephen A. Smith acknowledged the widespread praise for Shakur Stevenson as an elite defensive boxer, but he emphasized that despite others' opinions, "I haven't watched him enough to dissect and really encapsulate what his skill set," said Smith. Stylistically speaking, the Davis-Stevenson bout promises to stand out as one of the most compelling in recent memory. Until they face off, distinguishing between casual fans and true aficionados of boxing will remain a challenging task. Former world champion and current analyst Paulie Malinaggi mentioned on ProBox TV that this is indicative of the issues plaguing boxing today. He said, "This is my issue here. When I wanted to see Davis and Lomachenko, I wanted to see Davis-Lomachenko. I don't need to see Davis and Lomachenko when it's too late already. Now I want to see Davis and Stevenson. And guess what? Nobody's talking about Stevenson. That's my issue. This is my problem with boxing. Malinaggi continued to compliment Tank, but in the end he stated that despite the strong showing, his prediction, a Stevenson victory, hasn't altered. He said, "Davis looked terrific, man. I was very impressed with the performance. The way he was able to go and get that win. But come on, man. Shakur Stevenson is a different proposition than everybody else." Malinaggi further added, "The little problems you saw Frank giving Davis tonight, it's times 10 when Shakur's there. The tall, rangy southpaw with a lot more IQ and a lot more versatility. It's very different. I'm saying all this because I want to see the fight. I think Davis is also very qualified for the fight. Am I saying do I edge Shakur? I've always edged Shakur." Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis seems to be caught in more drama with Floyd Mayweather than he ever faced with previous opponents. Consider this twist. The WBA lightweight champion sparked rumors alleging that the 5-division champion was detained in Dubai over unpaid debts. Unpaid debts. Floyd epitomizes wealth. Nevertheless, former WBC lightweight champion Adrian Broner has now weighed in on the controversy. The rift between Davis and Mayweather ignited from a seemingly innocuous video where the wealthiest boxer ever subtly jabbed at Davis. Davis interpreted Mayweather's remarks about modern boxers spending rather than investing as a direct taunt. Adding fuel to the fire, Mayweather also circulated clips of Shakur Stevenson challenging Davis to a bout, intensifying their rivalry, when a fight hype reporter caught up with Broner. The problem didn't hold back on his thoughts about the ongoing feud.
Say, man, look, man. Your beef is not with Floyd Mayweather. You sitting here beefing with Floyd. It's a fighter out here that's been calling your name that want to fight you. Gervonta Tank Davis, let's make the fight happen, man. I'm tired of tweeting. I'm tired of talking about it. Stop ducking me and let's make the fight happen, man. Come on.
Broner, once a titan in boxing's upper echelons, has recently found himself on the periphery. Determined not to linger there, he sought the guidance of Calvin Ford, Gervonta Davis's coach. Their collaboration gears up for a showdown with Blair Cobbs. Amid preparations, Broner made a notable appearance at Ford's gym in Baltimore for a media day workout, where he fielded questions about the Mayweather-Davis clash. In response, the 34-year-old said, "Man, I let 2 grown men handle their business." Nevertheless, he was compelled to reveal which side of the argument he was on. The former champion, who is a close friend of Davis, added, "But they know whose side I'm on if we gotta go there, though." In case Broner's training with Davis's coach wasn't clear enough to decipher his alignment, he is undoubtedly supporting Gervonta Davis in this dispute. During his heyday, Broner drew frequent comparisons to Money Mayweather due to his rapid rise to success and widespread acclaim. His flamboyant style and controversial persona captivated fans, adding an electrifying allure to his fights. Yet since his decline, the once revered champion has faded into obscurity, with waning interest among spectators. Davis is emerging as a promising figure, poised for greatness in the community. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather appears to have decisively refuted Davis's assertion of being stranded in the oil-rich country. What's the story behind this twist? Davis's allegations against Mayweather have recently thrust the 5-division champion into the spotlight. Most notably, he made an appearance at the Clippers vs. Mavericks game in Las Vegas, where he generously donated $30,000 to homeless individuals. However, just days later, Mayweather was seen in Los Angeles on May 27, attending the AEW Double or Nothing event at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. The relentless clash between Floyd Mayweather and his ex-protege, Gervonta Davis, seems far from cooling off. However, this spectacle has provided endless entertainment for boxing enthusiasts worldwide, unfolding with unprecedented twists and turns.
What set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's, I feel like y'all got, I wouldn't say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29. You'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
This is exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.